All right. So, hi everyone. Very good morning to all of you. I hope everyone is good. So, this is another session of, just wait. All right. So, this is another session of previous year question analysis only. We are done with 2024. Of course, we are done with the previous as well. Now, this is specifically here. We are going to talk about 2022 of NABARD questions here. Now, we are going to start with it. I hope that I'm audible as well as visible to everyone here. I hope I'm audible as well as visible to everyone here. All right. So we are starting with the questions. The first question says, now if you observe the pattern here, now, so we have already done 2 of the sessions on previous year question analysis, right? So we'll try to analyze also that what was the toughness level of 2024, 2023 and what is the toughness level of 2022 as well, right? So these are the things actually we are going to observe today. Now, if you see this particular paper, now most of the questions have been asked from schemes. Most of the questions, again I'm repeating, have been asked from schemes. But now, if I go forward and if I see 2023, 2024 paper, what I have observed specifically that the weightage of schemes have been decreased as compared to 2022, 2021 paper, right? Along with that, weightage of ESI current affairs has been increased. Along with that, they've specifically started asking from survey as well as budget also, right? So you people need to follow the trend as well. In the previous questions, of course, when I talk about RBI, even when I talk about NABARD, so yes, most of the weightage was specifically from schemes, but now the pattern is getting changed, right? You people need to approach multiple means also. You people need to go for reports. You people need to go for RBI circulars. You people need to go for ESI static portion. Static, very less, I would say just 10%, but maximum is from the current portion itself, which includes 90%, I would say, right? Yes, the focus should be on government schemes also, specifically those schemes which are in news, right? And that too in past 4 to 5 months. So this is what is going to be the pattern here, right? All right. So the first question says, PM Asha scheme was introduced to improve the income of the farmers through better price realization for their produce. Which of the following mechanisms are included under PM Asha to support procurement operations? Is it PDPS? Is it PSS? Is it PPPS? Now, if you people remember, हम एक already जो है इसके ऊपर full fledged जो video है वो कर चुके हैं. You can go to the video section. You can go there and refer to the the. All right. All right. Okay. So you people have already given me the answer. Nikhil says Ian. No, like what do we call it? Like, what do we call you? No one. I think this is no one only. What to call you? Do you have any specific name? All right. So correct. E is the correct answer here. It includes price deficiency payment scheme. It includes price support scheme and pilot private procurement and stock listing. Scheme is also part of it. Now, when I talk about ASHA here, it was introduced in the year of 2018 itself. पीएम आशा बेसिकली क्या है? प्रधानमंत्री अन्न आय संरक्षण योजना, जहां पे हम क्या किसकी बात करते हैं? हम अन्नदाता उनको रेफर करते हैं, बेसिकली दोज इंडिविजुअल्स हु प्रोवाइड अस व्हाट दैट इज food security. So it is our responsibility to secure them as well. So yes, this is what is the complete information about it. The various components that comes under it includes price support scheme, which is specifically very important in procurement part. Price deficiency payment scheme is the one. Private, pilot private procurement and stock list scheme is also the one here, right? All right. Okay. So second question says, in a move to update and modernize forest governance, the Forest Amendment Bill 2023 introduced several new provisions. Which of the following accurately reflect changes introduced through this particular bill? Is it the act now includes a preamble outlining its objectives? Its named has been revised to one adhiniyam here. Its scope has been expanded to include non-notified forest lands. Exemptions have been included to facilitate afforestation and strategic infrastructure, for all of the above. Tell me, which one is the correct answer here? All right, let me know which one is the correct answer here. All right, Nikhil says E, and there's one individual who says doubt of option C or all of the above, that is E. All right, anyone else who wants to answer this question? Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Anyone else who wants to answer this question? All right. So the correct answer here is, now when I talk about 2022 exam itself, you can clearly see, since we are talking here about this 2023, bill amendment that was recently in news at that particular period of time, E becomes the correct answer here. Now when I talk about this Forest Amendment Bill Act, it was introduced to come up with a major reforms also. The first talks about what? A preamble was added for the first period of time, that is clarifying the intent as well as scope of the particular act also. Now, when I talk about this particular amendment bill, it was renamed as what? That is Sanrakshan Evam Samvardhan Adhiniyam here. Along with that, the extension was gone to non-notified forest land as well. So these are the important areas to cover here. Next question, again on scheme only. Stand Up India scheme. Now, they are asking you, what is the minimum loan amount that can be sanctioned to eligible beneficiaries only? Is it 5 lakh, 7.5 lakh, 10 lakh, 15 lakh, or 2 lakhs? Which one is the correct answer? Remember, they've asked you that what is the minimum loan amount that can be sanctioned to eligible beneficiaries here. Minimum loan amount. Come on, be very quick. Is it A, B, C, D, E? Is it A, B, C, D, E? All right, Shivam says E. Anyone else? Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else who wants to answer the question here? All right. So the answer completely says C here. I have told you many a times, like if I talk about that particular period of time, so of course उस time पे जो हमारा जो amount range कर रहा था, that was 10 लाख से लेके 1 करोड़ तक. और अगर मैं यहाँ पे stand up initiative की बात करूँ ना, अगर मैं यहाँ पे stand up initiative की बात करूँ, always remember stand up initiative is specifically for what purpose? That is for first time entrepreneurs, right? फर्स्ट टाइम ऑन्टरप्रेन्योर्स एज इन, चाहे वो एससी ग्रुप है, चाहे वो एसटी ग्रुप है, चाहे वो विमेन है, ठीक है, चाहे वो एससी एसटी विमेन ग्रुप है, अगर वो फॉर द फर्स्ट पीरियड ऑफ टाइम दे आर स्टार्टिंग देयर बिजनेस, सो द गवर्नमेंट सेज दैट यू कैन एनरोल इन दिस पर्टिकुलर स्कीम व्हिच इज स्टैंड अप इंडिया इनिशिएटिव, राइट? अब स्टैंड अप इंडिया इनिशिएटिव क्या है? सबसे पहले आपको ये याद रखना है दैट इट स्पेसिफिकली इंक्लूड्स ग्रीन फील्ड प्रोजेक्ट्स, दोज प्रोजेक्ट्स व्हिच हैव बीन स्टार्टेड फॉर द फर्स्ट पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. अब यहाँ पे अगर आपको डेफिनेशन में या फिर अगर आपको स्टेटमेंट में कहीं भी ब्राउन फील्ड मिलेगा, सो दैट इज अ इनकरेक्ट वन, because here it includes green field projects only, right? So this question is also on schemes itself. Next question says, which centrally sponsored scheme aims to address child nutrition through school-based meal support and also targets the nutritional needs of adolescent girls? Is it Vikas Suraksha, Mission Vikas, is it PM Poshan, Garib Kalyan Yojana या फिर Samarth scheme? All right. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Anyone else who wants to answer this question? All right. So since they specifically mentioned here about the child nutrition, so here what becomes the correct answer? क्योंकि विकास तो नहीं है ना, विकास तो एकदम ही नहीं होगा, गरीब कल्याण योजना भी नहीं है क्योंकि ये किसके साथ डील करता है? पॉवर्टी के साथ डील करता है. समर्थ स्कीम भी नहीं है and विकास सुरक्षा is also not the correct answer. So what is related with meal specifically, and when I talk about the nutrition specifically, that is C of course, right? इस बार भी PM पोषण जो है वो न्यूज में था, है ना? Of course one question was asked in RBI paper also, so yes there are chances that PM पोषण जो है इस बार भी पूछा जा सकता है. They can ask you about the theme as well. So here C becomes the correct answer. They can ask you about the PM Poshan 2.0 as well, right? Next initiative, again This says that which of the following flagship programs of the government of India was launched with the primary objective of making the country open defamation free by promoting sanitation, infrastructure and behavior change. Now what is the hint for all of you here? That is sanitation infrastructure itself. Is it MG Narega's ग्रामोदय विकास योजना, स्वच्छ भारत मिशन, दीनदयाल अंत्योदय योजना या फिर जल जीवन मिशन? Alright, Shivam, if you're able to see here, they've specifically talked about what the primary objective of making country open defecation free. Along with that, promoting what? By promoting what? By promoting what? That is sanitation infrastructure and behavior change. Anyone else who wants to who actually wants to answer this question? Alright. Correct. So since we are here talking about the sanitation infrastructure itself, the says Swachh Bharat Mission is the correct answer. So C becomes the correct answer here. Now they can ask you this year also one question on it. Now when I talk about the Swachh Bharat Mission, it was introduced in which year? That was specifically 2014. क्या main component है, क्या main इसका feature है? That is to eliminate completely open defecation. उसके साथ साथ जो हमारे एरिया में, जो हमारे इंडिया में सैनिटेशन का प्रॉब्लम है, उसको बेसिकली इंप्रूव करना, क्लीनलीनेस को बेसिकली इंप्रूव करना एंड इंश्योर करना, राइट? नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन सेज द स्टैंड अप इंडिया, अगेन सेकंड क्वेश्चन ऑन स्टैंड अप इंडिया हियर, aims to promote entrepreneurship among presented segment of the society. Now which institution is designated to implement and manage this particular scheme as an underrepresented what? That is SC, ST and women category here. Now they are asking you which body is the one who implements the scheme and manages the scheme here. Is it RBI? Is it National Housing Bank? SIDBI is the one, SBI or फिर NABARD? Which one is exactly the correct answer? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Okay. Deepika says E, Shivam says A. Anyone else? All right. Anyone here who wants to answer this question? Okay. So if you people remember, alright, so if you people remember here, when I talk about this particular Stand Up India, so basically SIDBI is the one which manages it and which implements the scheme as well, right? Of course, C becomes the correct answer. अब इसके साथ साथ आपको याद क्या रखना है, दो तीन फीचर्स इसके बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. स्टैंड अप इंडिया इनिशिएटिव जो कि कौन इंप्लीमेंट करता है, कौन मैनेज करता है, सिडबी करता है. कब इंप्लीमेंट हुआ था? 2016 में इंप्लीमेंट हुआ था. उसके साथ साथ जो हमारे अंडर प्रेसिडेंट ग्रुप्स है, दैट इज SC, ST एंड वुमेन कैटेगरीज इंपॉर्टेंट. उसके साथ साथ ग्रीन फील्ड प्रोजेक्ट्स जो है, इट टेक्स केयर दैट ओनली. उसके साथ साथ द अमाउंट दैट हैज बीन प्रोवाइडेड हियर इंक्लूड्स 10 लाख से लेके 1 करोड़ तक. So they can ask you about the minimum loan and the maximum loan also, right? So these 4-5 pointers are exactly very, very important. Next is PM Mudra Yojana aims to boost access to credit for the country's non-corporate and informal micro businesses. Which of the following statements about the scheme is correct? Is it the scheme was launched in April 2015? Loans up to 10 lakh only can be availed by small non-corporate businesses. Loans are extended through banks, NBFCs and microfinance institutions also. Now you people need to tell me again which one is the correct answer. Is it 1 and 2 only, 2 only, 2 and 3 only? Is it 1 and 3 only, or all of the above? Which one is exactly the correct answer? I'm here asking you about the Mudra Yojana. Now they can ask you about one extension of its component as well, right? Okay, Sunny says A, Shivam says D. Anyone else? Okay, 1 and 2 only. All right. D only. 1 and 3 only. Okay. All right. So this completely says that Mudra Yojana जो है 2015 में launch हुई थी, that is correct. It facilitates loan to non-corporate, non-farm, microfinance through Mudra Yojana. Of course, when I talk about these many categories, तो यहाँ पे तरुण प्लस जो है वो ऐड हो चुका है. तरुण प्लस जो है वो ऐड हो चुका है, और उसकी जो अगर मैं यहाँ पे एक्सटेंशन की बात करूँ, दैट हैज बीन रीच्ड आउट टू व्हाट, दैट इज 20 लाख, राइट. So this is what exactly is important. This is the change that has been made, right? So you need to take it into consideration. जो ये पेपर है ये पुराना है, यहाँ पे एक और जो एक्सटेंशन है वो हो चुकी है, and that is important. हाँ, अभी जो है वो एक्सटेंशन हो चुकी है, दैट इज व्हाट आई हैव रेक्टिफाइड हियर, राइट. एंड इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू टेल यू अकॉर्डिंगली के सी यहाँ पे जो एक्सटेंशन है वो हो चुकी है रिसेंटली. देयर इज वन चेंज दैट इज बीन मेड हियर, दैट इज टिल 20 लाख, राइट. बिकॉज वन कैटेगरी हैज बीन एडेड हियर. सबसे पहले शिशु है, किशोर है, तरुण है. नाउ वन मोर कैटेगरी हैज बीन एडेड रिसेंटली, दैट इज तरुण प्लस ऑल्सो. So they can ask you this question accordingly, right? So इसके अकॉर्डिंग जो है जो आंसर है वो थोड़ा सा डिफर कर जाता है, बट अगर मैं उस टाइम पीरियड की बात करूं, so that is what becomes like if I asked about this particular portion recently, right? क्योंकि उस टाइम पे जब पेपर दिया था तो ये सारे जो है वो करेक्ट होते थे, ठीक है. बट अगर मैं अभी के हिसाब से बात करूं तो ये जो है इनकरेक्ट हो जाता है. क्यों? क्योंकि रिसेंटली वन कैटेगरी हैज बीन एडेड हियर. हाँ, that is completely okay. That is completely on you, right? Okay. So what I said here that if this question were there, like अगर मैं यहाँ पे 22 23 की बात करूँ, so हाँ ये जो है correct answer होता है. But अभी recently one new category has been added here and the loans up to 20 lakhs are getting provided. So of course when I talk about the recent change, this is only the recent change. So I've made an amendment, like I've made one change here. You can just refer to this also. ठीक है. Alright, next question says the aspirational blocks program is designed to uplift underdeveloped administrative units across India through focused development in key areas. Now you people need to tell me which one of the following states does not have any block covered under this particular initiative, that is aspirational block program. Is it Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh या फिर Jharkhand? Is it A, B, C, D, E? All right. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? All right. So what becomes the odd one here? That is specifically Rajasthan. ठीक है, that is specifically Rajasthan. अगर यहाँ पे aspirational blocks की बात करूँ, so यहाँ पे we take into consideration, we take into Alright, so this says what? That is specifically see here. The Aspirational Districts program, which was being specifically launched by Niti Aayog, and that too in the year of 2023 itself, right? Now, when I talk about this Aspirational Districts program, this completely talks about, अच्छा, recently भी ये news में है, और हो सकता है कि आपको question जो है वो RBI phase 2 में भी पूछा जाए, ठीक है? Because recently नीति आयोग ने क्या करा है, एक जो scheme है वो launch करी है, and that is what is important. Like recently, when I talk about the Niti Aayog here, one report has been launched here, which is specifically on Aspirational Districts program only. So from that aspect, it becomes important to go through this particular initiative again, right? So there are high chances that one question can be asked in, NABARD and maybe in RBI as well, right? So from those, like from both of the perspectives, it becomes actually very important. The Union Budget 2023-24 outlined 7 key priorities, also referred to as what? That is Saptarishi, guiding the Amritakal vision here. Now you people need to tell me that which of the following does not belong to the list of these 7 core priorities. Is it inclusive development, infrastructure and investment, reaching the last mile? Is it forestry and development if you're unleashing potential? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? Is it 2 only? Is it 1, 2, 4 only, 5 only if you're all of the above? Alright. Which one is exactly the correct answer? ठीक है. Alright. So when I talk about the Saptarishi here, of course, all of the above are not exactly the correct answer. We are having one missing out here, that is, या फिर odd one here, that is unleashing potential itself. This clearly says कि अगर मैं Saptarishi की बात करूँ, Sapt basically क्या होता है? 7, ठीक है? 7 की अगर मैं बात करूँ या फिर अगर मैं 7 priorities की बात करूँ, this includes inclusive development. Reaching the last mile is important, right? Inclusive development means what? If we are providing schemes now, if government is here with the implementation of any scheme, the government needs to ensure that it is actually reaching out to each and every section of society. This means inclusive development. Reaching the last mile means same here. If maybe any initiative related to telecom sector has been initiated, the government has to ensure it is reaching out to the underserved areas, unserved areas also, right? So this means what? That is reaching the last mile. Infrastructure and investment is exactly very important if I have to ensure reaching the last mile and inclusive development also. Unleashing the potential. For example, now you people would be watching that we are continuously experimenting with Make in India, PLI initiative, manufacturing scheme, services sector, agricultural sector, and many more as well. Why? Because every sector is having its own potential. So we need to unlock that particular potential. That is what has been mentioned. Green growth, which is actually one futuristic concept, right? So we're continuously focusing on clean energy. EVs are priority areas here. So yes, green growth becomes the priority sector here. Along with that, youth power. Everyone knows about something which is demographic dividend, right? So demographic dividend ke perspective se main agar dekhu na, remember, this is one of the very, very useful sources we are having. Now the question arises, is this particular source going to sustain for a longer period of time? The answer is completely no. The economists are are expecting exactly that by the year of 2050 se leke 2055 tak specifically, we'll see that aged population will start rising, right, as compared to youth here. And when I talk about from the economics perspective, specifically aged population, they are more like liability rather than being an asset for our country. So yes, we will lose our the resource here, that is demographic dividend, that is young population. So before we lose that, it is very important that we unlock the potential of our asset here. Next is financial sector is exactly very important to deal with. So these are the 7 priority areas of our economy, right? So yes, in 2023-24 we unlocked this potential. Next question says, as per guidelines of Stand Up India. Now remember, this is third question on Stand Up India. Beneficiaries must contribute share towards their business project. What is the minimum equity contribution required from the borrower here? Is it 5, 10, 15, 20 or 25%? What is the minimum equity contribution which is required from the borrower here? All right. Anyone else? All right. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Okay, so the correct answer here is 25% itself, right? You can clearly see that the scheme requires the entrepreneurs to provide minimum 10% of margin of the project. Along with that, this says, however, to qualify the composite, loan coverage, that is up to 75%, the borrower must provide at least 25% of equity to supplemented by the subsidies also, right? Next question is again on natural farming only. It was launched to promote sustainable agricultural practices by shifting away from chemical output. This talks about organic farming, which is natural farming also. Which of the following statements accurately reflect the features and objectives of this particular mission? It began as an independent scheme starting from 23-24 financial year 23-24. It received a dedicated allocation of 600 crores in union budget 23-24. Is the mission emphasis a shift in the farmer's behavior towards the use of cow-based natural inputs? Now, people need to tell me exactly which one is the correct answer. Is it 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, not a for all of the above? 1 and 3 only, all right. All right. So exactly 1 and 3 becomes the correct answer because 600 crore is not exactly the one. If you talk about the current budget allocated to it, that is nearly 2,480 crores. So this is exactly the incorrect one. Otherwise, first and third becomes the correct answer here. So C exactly is the correct answer, right? Next question says the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Again, one question on scheme. Aims to protect farmers against crop loss, providing comprehensive risk coverage. Now, what is the natural calamities or events that are covered under this particular initiative? Is it hailstorms? Is it inundation and cyclonic rainfall? Is it landslides and pest attacks? Which one is the correct answer here? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Is it A, B, C, D, E? All right. So this individual says that fourth is not the correct answer, as in pest attacks are not at all included here. All right. Anyone else? Anyone else? All right. So basically, it includes all of the calamities here that has been mentioned here. So it says what कि अगर कभी भी आपको क्रॉप लॉस होता है तो उसके बाद हम क्या प्रोवाइड करेंगे आपको जो बेनिफिट है गवर्नमेंट से that will provide you benefit here. This says that hailstorm, floods, landslides, cyclonic rains are part of it, inundation and droughts are part of it, and pest attack and diseases are also part of it. Next question again is on PM Kusum scheme. It's structured into multiple components to address different aspects of solar energy use in agriculture. Now, how many district components make up the overall structure of the PM Kusum scheme here? Is it 10, 6, 3, 8, or 5? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Alright. तो यहाँ पे when I talk about the PM Kusum scheme here, remember हो सकता है कि आपको एक क्वेश्चन जो है वो सोलर एनर्जी के ऊपर भी पूछा जाए, हो सकता है आपको क्लीन एनर्जी के ऊपर जो है वो क्वेश्चन पूछा जाए. So you people need to mention this as an example there, right? Now, when I talk about you from your examination perspective, specifically from the perspective of NABARD, so they can ask you about this initiative as well, right? So PM Kusum की अगर मैं बात करूँ, the component A says that installation of grid connected renewable energy power plant, non-what that is barren as well as fallow lands here. Along with that, component B says a standalone solar powered agricultural pump should be initiated here. Component C says that solarization of existing what that is grid connected agricultural pumps, right? So of course, three other major components of it. Next says Pradhan Kisan Urja Suraksha Evam Udan Maha Abhiyan, that is PM Kusum here. Again, one another question on that. Aims to promote renewable energy in the agricultural sector. Which ministry is designated as a nodal agency for the implementation of this particular scheme? Is it rural development, new and renewable energy, power? Is it agriculture and farmers welfare? या फिर NABARD? Which one exactly is the correct answer? Now this is very simple to answer because I've already told you. It is associated with what? That is renewable energy. That is renewable energy. Correct. So B exactly is the correct answer. Here, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy is associated with it. It's a nodal agency of PM Kusum initiative, which was initiated during the time period of 2019. Now, in India's rural development ecosystem, some schemes are designated to be demand-driven and community-led initiatives, allowing every participation of local stakeholders in planning as well as the execution also. Now, you people need to tell me which of the following central-sponsored scheme follows such participatory approach. Is it Fasal Bima Yojana, Gram Sadak Yojana, Shram Yogi Manthan? Is it Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, or Social Assistance Program? Again, remember, demand driven is what? Which is followed by, right? It is when I talk about the triangle here, when I talk about the pyramid here, right? I'm here talking about the central government and the decentralized government also. So demand driven initiatives are those initiatives which moves from the very basic point to up point here, right? मतलब यहाँ से floor से लेके ceiling तक जाता है. मतलब these are the initiatives which are actually demanded by the people. For example, MG Naregas here, right? All right. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? All right. So this says that Gram Sadak Yojana is basically what? That is demand driven scheme because this is a necessity here, right? अब यहाँ पे अगर मैं फसल बीमा योजना की बात करूँ तो वो थोड़े से central structured है और थोड़ी सी यूनिफॉर्म गाइडलाइंस भी है which has been given by the central government itself. बट यहाँ पे अगर मैं डिमांड ड्रिवन स्कीम की बात करूँ जो कि कौन सी अप्रोच फॉलो करता है, मैंने आपको 2-3 एग्जांपल्स दी. सबसे पहले तो फ्लोर टू सीलिंग, बॉटम टू अप अप्रोच एज वेल. व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट द एंटायर पिरामिड हियर, राइट? सो देयर आर फ्यू स्कीम्स व्हिच हैव बीन which are specifically initiated by the central government only, right? Central government क्या कर रही है, उसका जो बेनिफिशियरी है वो लास्ट माइल तक पहुंचाना चाहती है, मतलब अप से लेके बॉटम अप्रोच. बट व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट ग्राम सड़क योजना ओनली, ग्राम सड़क योजना बेसिकली क्या है, ये एक नेसेसिटी है which is exactly demanded by people. Now this is not something which have been initiated or which have been thought and maybe implemented at the central government itself. But this talks about that this is community led rural connectivity program itself, जो कि एकदम बेस लेवल पे, मतलब यहाँ पे अगर मैं पिरामिड की बात करूँ एकदम बॉटम लेवल पे जो इम्प्लीमेंट कर रही है चीजें, connectivity is exactly required there. So that is what is the initiative. So this has been like who is associated with it. Since I'm talking about the bottom up approach, यहाँ पे कौन इसके साथ जो है वो initiated होगा, as in ग्राम पंचायत community has identified unconnected habitation based on the population norms itself, and that is one of the reasons like they have found out कि कौन सा एरिया जो है वो अभी भी लैक कर रहा है, कौन सी जो है वो नेसेसिटी है वो भी रूरल एरियाज की. देन ओनली they told the policy makers here that see they are going through this particular problem and we need this particular scheme, right? That is what is known as bottom to up approach. I hope the the clarity is all here. Similarly, MG नरेगा जो है वो भी bottom up approach जो है वो follow करता है. What is the problem associated with it? That is employability only, right? Unemployment is there, so to provide them employment, to provide them non-farm activity here, one initiative has been initiated. Next question says the Digital India initiative was launched to digitally transform the country through inclusion, infrastructure and innovation. Which of the following components here form the core pillars of the Digital India program? Creation of digital infrastructure as utility of every citizen, governance and services made available on demand, digital empowerment of citizens also. Which one exactly is the correct answer? Alright, anyone else? Exactly. So यहाँ पे D becomes the correct answer. That is all of the above. Now when I talk about the Digital India program, so yes, हम digital infrastructure की भी बात करते हैं, है ना? Governance as in governance और जो services है वो last mile delivery को ensure करना है. So that is also part of it. Digital empowerment of citizens is also part of it. So yes, these three components are exactly part of it. Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, which is all related to lead activities here, fisheries sector, seeks to transform India's fisheries sector through a range of targeted intervention. Which of the following objectives are aligned with this scheme? Is it increasing overall fish production? Is it developing fisheries infrastructure and improving post-harvest value chains? Is it promoting responsible fisheries through regulatory support? If someone is having less time, the one can leave also, right? Because this has to go in a flow only. Alright, anyone else who wants to answer this question? This is all related to Matsya Sampada Yojana. Exactly. So here, when I talk about this particular initiative, the objective is all clear from the perspective of what? That is fish production. So yes, this is part of it, right? Developing fisheries infrastructure and improving post-harvest value chains is part of it. उसके साथ साथ हम यहाँ पे क्या जो है वो प्रमोट करने की कोशिश करते हैं, promote the fisheries sector, and that too through what initiative, that too through what support, that is regulatory support itself, right? So these three becomes the correct answer here. A becomes the correct answer, right? Next question says the PM Daksh initiative. Again, one question has been asked from the perspective of schemes itself. This says that this Yojana offers skill development opportunities to marginalized groups here. Now match the correct income eligibility for its target beneficiaries. Scheduled castes up to 5 lakh only, other backward classes that is up to 3 lakhs only, economically backward classes that is up to 1 lakh only. Now you people need to tell me which one exactly is the correct answer. Is it 3 only? Is it 2 only? Is it 2 and 3 only? 1 and 3 only? And all of the above? Which one exactly is the correct answer? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Now here you need to tell me that the specific thing which is related to PM Daksh here. This Yojana offers skill development opportunities to marginalized section of the society. Now here you need to tell me which one exactly is the correct answer. Alright, good. So यहाँ पे अगर मैं particular mission की बात करूँ, so यहाँ पे OBCs जो है, the annual income should be up to what, that is 3 lakh itself, right? अगर मैं specifically economically backward classes की बात करूँ, that is up to 1 lakh only. And for SCs, there is no strict income limit here, so that becomes the odd one here, right? Next question says to strengthen the entrepreneur ecosystem in the Indian education institution, several initiatives have been launched at a college level also. Now, why several initiatives have been launched at the college level? So that we can give them the particular perspective also, right? When I talk about the college level initiative, so yes, you people know already that whatever initiative, like whatever knowledge we are getting from the school level or for college level, and what job, or maybe what market is demanding from us, there is a huge gap between both of them. So we want to make them market ready specifically. So this says, which of the following programs specifically supports students and researchers through fellowships as well as mentoring for, to foster startup ventures also? Is it National Innovation and Startup Policy? Is it Entrepreneur in Residence? Is it Atal, ranking of institutions on innovation achievement? Is it Startup India Yatra? Or for Skill India Mission? Now, tell me, which one exactly is the correct answer? 19th question. Is it A, B, C, D, E? Alright, so if you focus on this particular area, Nidhi becomes the correct answer here. Now, when I talk about this particular initiative, it supports what? That is young aspiring entrepreneurs by offering them multiple of the initiatives here, multiple of the approaches here. This says that monthly fellowship kitni inko milegi? Up to 30,000 only. Mentorship and incubation support kitna milega? As in, is going to be in host in institutions like IITs as well as NITs here. It encourages what? That is college level innovators also to take risk and pursue ventures full time as well, right? So these, features becomes the correct answer here. The 20th question says, as per the provisional estimates which have been released by the National Statistics Office here, as in National Statistical Office here, for the fiscal year 22-23, what is India's per capita net national income at the current price here? Now, this is from that aspect only, right? Now, you people need to tell me what exactly becomes the correct answer. Is it A, B, C, D, E? Is it A, B, C, D, E? This is the 20th question here. Alright, so I don't think that most of the people would be remembering it, but still telling you E becomes the correct answer, then, and that too at that particular period of time, right? So in the financial year 22-23, the current price, when I talk about the, NI here, that used to be what? That is 1,72,000 itself at the current price, right? So that becomes important. Next question says, Atal Innovation Mission is a government initiative to promote what? That is the innovation and entrepreneurship across sectors, including school education. Which of the following, when I talk about the Atal Innovation Mission here, components directly cater to school level of innovation and creativity? Is it Atal Tinkering Labs, Atal New India Challenges? Is it Atal Incubation Centers also? Is it 1 only? Is it 1 and 3 only? Is it 2 only? Is it all of the above if not? Which one exactly is the correct answer? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Alright, Shivam says A. Anyone else? B. Anyone else? Exactly. B becomes the correct answer here. So when I talk about this Atal Tinkering Labs, basically किसके साथ associated है? School level के साथ. हम जो अटल टिंकरिंग लैब जो है उनका मेन फीचर्स क्या है, उनके मेन इनिशिएटिव क्या है कि हम बेसिकली जो इनोवेशन है उसको इनवाइट करें, हम क्रिएटिविटी जैसी जो चीजें हैं ना वो स्कूल लेवल चिल्ड्रंस हैं जो हम उनके अंदर वो चीज डेवलप करें. सो चिल्ड्रन आर लाइक व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट द अटल टिंकरिंग लैब्स हियर, इट इज कंप्लीटली एसोसिएटेड विद स्कूल गोइंग चिल्ड्रन, राइट? वी वांट इनोवेशन फ्रॉम देम, वी वांट क्रिएटिविटी फ्रॉम देम. Atal incubation is is also one of the important parts of it. So these are the two components which are part of it. All right, next question says Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana National Rural Livelihood Mission has several submissions that empower rural households through skilling as well as self-empowerment also. Which of the following is not recognized submission under this particular initiative? Is it Mahila Kisan Sashakti-karan Pariyojana? Is it Ajivika Gramin Express Yojana? Is it Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushalya Yojana? Is it Startup Village Entrepreneurship Program? Which one exactly becomes the correct answer? Which of the following is not recognized submission of this particular initiative? Which one is not recognized? All right, anyone here who wants to answer the question? Anyone here who wants to answer the question? Anyone here who wants to answer the question? All right, okay. So C becomes the correct answer. When I talk about these many initiatives, of course, Mahila Kisan Sashakti-karan is the one which is part of it. Ajivika Gramin Express Yojana is part of it. But Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushalya Yojana is not at all part of it. Startup Village Entrepreneurship Program is also one of the important parts of it. So C becomes the correct answer. Next question again on Stand Up India only. Third question on Stand Up India. Now this says it supports specific section of society by enabling them to access what that is formal credit. Which of the categories of entrepreneurs is specifically targeted under this particular initiative? Retired public servants? Is it widowed single mothers? Is it SC, STs and women? Is it farmers who are engaged in the lead activities? Exactly, good. C becomes the correct answer. Very simple answer. Again, I'm telling you, 9 years have been completed here, and there are high chances the question can be asked this year also, right? So I want you people to go through each and every information related to it. Very easy question. Atal Pension Yojana. Again, telling you, Atal Pension Yojana, Suraksha Bima Yojana, Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana. 10 years have been completed. Okay, so फॉर श्योर क्वेश्चन इज गोइंग टू बी आस्क्ड. एज एलिजिबिलिटी के ऊपर वो कंफ्यूज कर सकते हैं इन तीनों को लेके, ठीक है. आपको हो सकता है अमाउंट के ऊपर जो है वो कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट करने की कोशिश करी जाए, एलिजिबिलिटी के ऊपर जो है वो कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट करने की कोशिश करी जाए. सो दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. Exactly, good. So D becomes the correct answer. 1000 से लेके 5000 तक जो है it ranges. Good. D becomes the correct answer. Good. Again, next question on Fasal Bima Yojana. I think this is the second question on Fasal Bima Yojana. Is a crop insurance scheme designed to safeguard farmers, from unpredictable climate risks here. How many crops seasons, right? They have not asked you crops, but how many crop seasons are officially covered under this particular initiative? Is it 5, 2, 4 all seasons, or 6 only? Which one is the correct answer? Which one is the correct answer? All right. Okay. ठीक है. अगर मैं फिर से वही करंट अफेयर्स जो है इट कीप्स ऑन चेंजिंग, बट अगर मैं उस पर्सपेक्टिव से बात करूं तो यहाँ पे 2016 में लॉन्च हुई थी, जब ये इनिशिएट हुई थी, तो इट यूज्ड टू कवर व्हाट दैट इज खारिफ एंड राबी सीजन इटसेल्फ. सो एज पर दैट पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन, this B becomes a correct answer here, and that too as per this particular year, right? 2. Next question says to promote credit flow to small businesses here, the credit guarantee scheme to micro and small enterprises. मैम अब नहीं हो पाएगा, एज एन शिवम क्या नहीं हो पाएगा? Alright, this says that it has recently revised its current limit. Now, what is the new guarantee ceiling up from the earlier to crores? Is it 6.5? Is it 15, 7, 5, या फिर 7.5 crores? Is it A, B, C, D, E? 6.5. Anyone else? All right. So here, when I talk from this particular questions perspective, D becomes the correct answer. That is 5 crore itself. You can clearly see when I talk about this particular mission, which is more associated with MSME sector only. तो अगर आपने SIDBI की preparation करी होगी ना, तो आपने ये जो particular initiative है इसको जरूर read करा होगा. Here it provides financial fund to specifically micro and small enterprises here, right? Next question says PM Kusum, again, I think third question. PM Kusum scheme plays a critical role in India's effort to promote sustainable agriculture through clean energy adoption. Now, which of the following are core objectives of this scheme here? Is it encouraging the use of solar-powered, irrigation pumps, supporting decentralized renewable power generation on farmlands? Is it reducing reliance on diesel-based irrigation? या फिर all of the above या फिर not? Alright, good. All of the becomes the correct answer here, क्योंकि यहाँ पे हम सोलर पावर इरिगेशन पंप्स की भी बात करते हैं, डिसेंट्रलाइज्ड रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी की भी बात करते हैं और रिड्यूसिंग रिलायंस की भी बात करते हैं. ठीक है, गुड. डी becomes the correct answer here. Good. Next question says PM Pranam initiative that talks about what alternate nutrients for agriculture management was recently introduced to promote eco-friendly agricultural practices. What is the primary objective of this particular initiative? Enhance maternal and child care. Here we are talking about nutrition for agriculture management. Child in the tribal areas reduce the use of what that is chemical fertilizers. Set up solar powered. Is it pumps here? Is it establish new agriculture universities? If it provide vocational one. Exactly. Reduce what? The use of chemical fertilizers here. Correctly has been mentioned by all of the students here. Next is on what, that is Gramoday Vikas Yojana has been implemented by the Ministry of MSME, support rural industries in traditional village enterprises here through various of the sectoral interventions. Now, which of the following industries are included as a core component under this particular initiative? Agro-based and food processing sector, mineral-based industries, is it wellness and cosmetic product manufacturing? Which one exactly becomes the correct answer? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Gramoday Vikas Yojana implemented by MSME. You need to tell me which of the following industries are included as a core component of this particular initiative. Okay, anyone else who wants to answer this question? Alright, so all are part of it, right? When I talk about the Gramoday Vikas Yojana, this specifically talks about what? Alright, so here when I talk about the Gramoday Vikas Yojana, एक central scheme है और कौन सी इनिशिएटिव के अंदर है, कौन सी इनिशिएटिव के अंदर है? खादी विलेज इंडस्ट्रीज के अंदर है, ठीक है। और व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट द कमीशन, ऑफ कोर्स इट इज एसोसिएटेड विद इट। जब मैं खादी विलेज इंडस्ट्रीज की बात करती हूँ तो ये किसकी बात करता है? जो हमारे रूरल लेवल के ऊपर जितनी भी इंडस्ट्रीज काम कर रही हैं उनको बेटर करने के लिए, यस इट टॉक्स अबाउट बेटरिंग दैट, राइट। सो हियर व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट दिस पर्टिकुलर इनिशिएटिव, एग्रो बेस्ड जो फूड प्रोसेसिंग इंडस्ट्रीज है वो इसका पार्ट है, मिनरल बेस्ड न्यूट्रिएंट्स जो इंडस्ट्रीज है इसका पार्ट है, वेलनेस एंड कॉस्मेटिक्स भी इसका पार्ट है। वाई? बिकॉज दे आर एग्जैक्टली वर्किंग एट अ वेरी वेरी स्मॉल लेवल। जैसे हम, अगर मैं एग्रो बेस्ड फूड प्रोसेसिंग की बात करूं, एग्जाम्पल पिकल्स हो गया, पापड़ हो गया, ऑयल प्रेसिंग हो गया, है ना। ऑयल प्रेसिंग जो है वो यूजुअली आपको या तो इट इज मोर एसोसिएटेड विद रूरल लेवल्स इटसेल्फ। ऑयल प्रेस्ड जो हम फ्रेश ऑयल्स यूज करते हैं, पोट्री स्टोन कार्विंग इज पार्ट ऑफ इट, हर्बल सोप्स हो गया, एसेंशियल ऑयल्स हो गया, है ना, जो कि मेजरली क्या करते हैं, डिमांड भी करते हैं। PM Krishi Sinchai Yojana is a flagship initiative that is launched to ensure efficient water use and expanded irrigation coverage. Which of the following components form part of this centrally sponsored scheme? Is it Command Area Development and Water Management? Is it Accelerated Irrigation Benefits Program? Is it हर खेत को पानी, या फिर per drop more crop? Which one is the correct answer here? Krishi Sinchai Yojana. All right, anyone else? All right, here if you're able to see, the core component says that accelerated irrigation benefit program is part of it, har khet ko pani is part of it. When I talk about the command area development, it is also part of it, right? Next question says the Atal Pension Yojana is a government-backed initiative like pension scheme which is targeting unorganized sector workers. Who among the following is eligible to enroll this Atal Pension Yojana here? All citizens, that is between 21 से लेके 50 year. Is it only SC and ST category individuals only female beneficiaries? Any citizen who is aged between 18 से लेके 40 तक with bank account here. Government employees that are under NPS. Which one exactly becomes the correct answer? Exactly, D becomes the correct answer here. You can clearly see, एक तो जो age eligibility है वो है 18 to 40, ठीक है. It must have, the one must have savings bank account also, not covered any of the statutory social security initiative. So they can ask you this also, कि there is one girl who is named as maybe Renu for say, right? अब रेनू ने क्या करा है कि हो सकता है कि उसने किसी और इनिशिएटिव के अंदर एनरोल करा है, क्या वो अटल पेंशन योजना के लिए एलिजिबल है? The answer is clearly no, right? So they can ask you questions like this as well. National Education Policy introduced transformative changes in India's school education framework. Which of the following statements accurately reflect its key features? Adoption of 5+3+3+4 curriculum structure here. Introduction of vocational education from grade 6 onwards. Emphasis is more on mother tongue or regional language as a medium of instruction till grade 5. Which one exactly becomes the correct answer? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Anyone here who wants to answer the question? All right, okay. So when I talk about the new education policy here ना, तो हमने old structure क्या था, 10+2 था, है ना. अब हमने इसको किससे replace कर दिया है? 5+3+3+4 से. 5 years of foundational stage, 3 years of preparatory stage, 3 years of middle stage, 4 years of secondary stage, right? Now when I talk about the vocational education, we are initiating to start it with grade 6 only. Actually, we have taken insights from the countries like Japan, from the countries like China, where right from their early ages only, whatever they read in the morning, they try to implement in इन द इवनिंग हियर, राइट. प्रैक्टिकल वर्क जो है, इंटर्नशिप जो है वो उन्होंने अर्ली एज में स्टार्ट करी है, नॉट एट ऑल इन द यूनिवर्सिटी लेवल, कॉलेज लेवल, because like as and when they complete their 12th standard, they start working with the big companies also, they start working on projects also. Why? Because they know how to approach things out. Next, say the policy recommends what, that is mother language only. So yes, all of the statement becomes the correct answer here. Atmanirbhar Bharat, like Atmanirbhar Abhiyan, was launched as a comprehensive package to boost self-reliance across what, that is critical sector. Which of the following does not represent one of its key pillars? Is it infrastructure, technology-driven system, demography, judiciary, या फिर economy here? You people need to tell me which one is the odd one here. देखो, हम यहाँ पे critical sector की बात कर रहे हैं. Infrastructure भी इसका part होगा, है ना? इसका part जो है वो technology driven भी होगा, demographic dividend मैंने आपको पहले ही बताया था, but judiciary is not at all part of it. So D becomes the odd one here. Yes. So when I talk about the 5 pillars here, economy, infrastructure, system, vibrant demography, as well as demand is part of it. Demography as in demographic dividend. I hope you got the answer. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana was launched to promote financial inclusion through universal access to banking sector. Again telling you, last year only 10 years of Jan Dhan Yojana were completed. Now 11 years have been completed. High chances a question can be asked to you people. You people need to tell me what are the following key features offered under this particular scheme. Is it facility to open zero balance bank accounts? Is it provision of accidental insurance coverage? Overdraft facility of eligible account holders are provided here. Is it one only, two only, one and two only, all of the above if not a? 34th question. Exactly, good. All of the above becomes the correct answer here. You can clearly see जो जनधन योजना है, I've told you last year जो है इसके 10 years complete हुए थे, मतलब 2024 में. इस बार जो है 11 years complete हो चुके हैं. It means 2014 में इनिशिएट हुई थी, ठीक है. अब यहाँ पे बेनिफिट्स क्या मिलते हैं? एक तो जीरो बैलेंस्ड अकाउंट, कोई भी मिनिमम जो अमाउंट है आपको रिक्वायर्ड नहीं है मेंटेन करना. एक्सीडेंटल इंश्योरेंस यहाँ पे प्रोवाइड होती है. ओवरड्राफ्ट फैसिलिटी जो है दैट इज अप टू 10,000 हियर इज प्रोवाइडेड. सो ऑल ऑफ द अबव आर द करेक्ट आंसर हियर. प्रधानमंत्री श्रम योगी मानधन इज अ government pension scheme for unorganized sector workers. Which of the following about the scheme is incorrect here? Remember, they have asked you about the incorrect answer. It's a voluntary and contributory scheme. It provides a minimum assured pension upon retirement also. Eligible age group is 18 से लेके 40 years तक. Government contribution is not at all applicable. Monthly pension amount is 3,000. Which one exactly is the correct answer? Which one exactly is the correct answer here? Pradhan Mantri Yogi Mandhan. Exactly. Government contribution is not exact here, as in not contributed here, is the incorrect answer. You can clearly see when I talk about this particular initiative, unorganized sector workers को जो है ये initiative उनके लिए है. स्पेसिफिकली वो इंडिविजुअल जो कि 15,000 पर मंथ से कम जो है वो अर्न कर रहे हैं. A pension of 3,000 is provided to them, and as and when they attain the age of 60, after that they will be able to get the benefits here. Worked age क्या होनी चाहिए, like workers की age कितनी होनी चाहिए 18 से लेके 40 years तक, if they want to enroll in this particular initiative and want to contribute also. Now when I talk about the government contribution here, this is the this is exactly what is not at all applicable here, as in this is the odd one here, right? Next question says, within the framework of the priority sector lending, again from the past 3 years we have seen that every year from past 3 years there is one question which has been founded on specifically priority sector lending. So for this year also it becomes important. कोई भी recent news होगा तो priority sector lending के related जो है उसको prepare कर लेना. Banks are required to extend a certain portion of credit to micro enterprises here. Which of the following sectors is eligible to be counted under 7.5% of sub target for micro enterprise loans? Is it MNCs? Is it schools, cooperative housing sector? Is it Khadi and Village Industries Commission, या फिर agriculture marketing? Exactly, good. So D becomes the correct answer, that is KVIC. Now here it completely says कि priority sector lending guidelines के अंदर which was issued by RBI that time, domestic जो commercial banks है, जो foreign banks है, वो 20 plus branches are required to allocate what? That is 7.5% of ANBC to micro enterprises here. Good. Next question says, Niti Aayog has developed several indices to rank Indian states on various parameters. Now which of the following indices specifically tracks progress towards the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals? Is it HDI? Is it Ease of Doing Business Index? Is it Innovation, India Innovation Index, Competitiveness Index, या फिर Sustainable Development Goal India Index? Now I've told you previously also, इस ईयर के लिए भी आपके लिए क्या इंपॉर्टेंट है, एक तो ये जो नीति आयोग डेटा निकालता है वो इंपॉर्टेंट है, उसके साथ साथ जो अभी रिसेंटली ग्लोबल लेवल के ऊपर सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल रिपोर्ट 2025 जो हमारा रिपोर्ट निकाली गई है, जिसमें फॉर द फर्स्ट पीरियड ऑफ टाइम इंडियाज रैंक इज 99th in the double digit, that is also important, right? Exactly, E becomes the important, E becomes the correct answer here. It is very crystal clear after reading it only. Next question says the self-help group bank linkage program is a globally recognized as the largest microfinance movement for empowering rural women and promoting financial inclusion. Which institution is credited with pioneering this model in India? Is it SEBI? Is it RBI, NABARD, KVIC या फिर मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ रूरल डेवलपमेंट? यहाँ पर उन्होंने क्या पूछा है, सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप बैंक लिंकेज प्रोग्राम के बारे में पूछा है. Okay, NABARD, good. So NABARD becomes the correct answer here. You can clearly see that NABARD is the one who have initiated with the self-help group bank linkage initiative also, and that too in the year of 1992 only, right? ना इसका जो मेन फोकस है वो क्या है, जो स्मॉल इनफॉर्मल सेविंग ग्रुप्स हैं उनको बैंक्स के साथ एसोसिएट करना. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन सेज वाइब्रेंट विलेज प्रोग्राम was introduced to enhance development in remote border villages, strengthening infrastructure and livelihood along what that is India's international boundaries. Which of the following interventions are included under this particular initiative? Is it renewable energy promotion, road and telecom connectivity? Is it housing development? Is it cultural tourism and heritage preservation? Which one exactly is the correct answer? Exactly, all are the correct answers here. When I talk about the Vibrant Village program, इसको अनाउंस करा गया था 22-23 में. क्यों, किस पर्पस के लिए? ताकि हम इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट जो है वो कर सके, राइट? स्पेसिफिकली वो एरिया जो कि बॉर्डर विलेजेस है. नाउ दिस इंक्लूड्स व्हाट, एक तो टेलीकॉम कनेक्टिविटी होनी चाहिए, रोड कनेक्टिविटी होनी चाहिए, हाउसिंग एंड विलेज इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर जो है अवेलेबल होना चाहिए, प्रमोशन ऑफ रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी करो, फ्यूचरिस्टिक जो टेक्नोलॉजीज है उनको अडॉप्ट करो, राइट? लास्ट क्वेश्चन सेज स्पेसिफिकली ऑन आवास योजना ग्रामीण, एलिजिबल रूरल हाउस are provided financial assistance to construct pakka houses. What is the amount of assistance per unit that has been offered in plain areas here? Is it 1.40 lakh? Is it 1.55 lakh? 3 lakh, 1.65 if 1.20 lakh? Is it A, B, C, D, E? All right. So 1 point, exactly, E becomes the correct answer here. Good. So when I talk about this particular initiative, आवास योजना, basically अगर आपको जेंडर बजटिंग के ऊपर भी क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है तो you can write here, you can mention there आवास योजना, क्योंकि one condition which have been set by आवास योजना here is that the ownership should be in the name of women specifically. आपको जो पक्का हाउसेस है उसकी फैसिलिटी प्रोवाइड करता है. It was initiated during the time period of 2016, which is having one aim only, housing for all, right? Now this says that financial assistance has been provided, 1.20 lakh in plain areas, 1.30 in village, in the hilly areas as well. So what becomes the correct answer? That is 1.20 only, right? All right. So thank you so much for joining the session. 40 questions are completed here. I know कि थोड़े से अगर मैं compare करूँ previous year question से, so हाँ थोड़ा सा इस बार जो है वो थोड़ा सा tough questions है, but yes. आपको फिल्ट्रेशन इंपॉर्टेंट है, ट्रेंड एनालिसिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट. ट्रेंड एनालिसिस बेसिकली क्या है, अगर मैं यहाँ पे इस पेपर की बात करूँ, ज्यादा जो क्वेश्चंस है स्कीम्स के ऊपर पूछे गए हैं, बट इफ आई ट्राई टू कंपेयर इट विद द लास्ट पेपर ओनली, लास्ट ईयर पेपर ओनली, सो यस जो डाइवर्जन है, या फिर अगर मैं स्पेसिफिकली फोकस एरिया की बात करूँ, दैट इज बीइंग मेड ऑन द अदर एस्पेक्ट्स आल्सो. बेसिकली ESI स्टैटिक पोर्शन, राइट, रिपोर्ट्स हो गए, RBI सर्कुलर्स हो गए, उनके ऊपर जो फोकस है वो डाला गया है, राइट? शिवम, दिस इज सैटरडे, राइट? सो आज जो है वो हमारा PIB सेशन नहीं होगा, बट हाँ 3 PM पे हमारे पास एक रिपोर्ट्स क्लास है, दैट इज व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू सी टुडे, राइट? सो आई सी यू एट 3 PM now. All right. So thank you so much for joining the session. Now I'll meet you at 3 PM. We are having one reports, class, reports which were specifically mentioned in the last month. We need to discuss that. क्योंकि जो recent reports है वो भी हमारे examination perspective से exactly बहुत ज़्यादा important है, ठीक है? All right. Thank you so much for joining the session. Take care. Bye bye.